Hello and welcome back. Today let's talk about Trello. My name is András Kapros and this channel is about increasing your efficiency. So Trello is a free project management tool. I use it for the last 7 or 8 years and I think that it's a great tool. So it's very simple to use and flexible, which means you can use it to manage different types of projects. One great feature about it, you can use it online, you can use it on your phone or in your computer. And of course it's all synchronized. You have the same boards and same data everywhere. So today I will create a project which is using Kanban. Kanban is mostly used in software development by many companies, and it just really helps you to manage your project well, even alone or with a team. And you will see it's very simple to use. All right, let's begin. So as you can see on my screen, I have Trello opened, and you can already see a couple of my boards in here. But let's go on and create a new one. So I can tap on the create new board or click on it if you're using a computer. And when I do, I can enter a title. So for the sake of this example, I will say, I want to create a project to organize my home because maybe it got messy. So let's say organize home. This will be my board name. And here I could set up visibility to teams, which is not important at the moment because I'm working alone. And here I can select the background. And this one looks nice, so I can just go on and click on the Create Board button. And now the Trello board is opened. The menu is open by default. I will close this because it's not important at the moment. And I see that it's quite empty. And now there's a button here called Add List. And that's how we begin. We have lists in Trello, and each list can then contain different items, which are called cards in Trello, in the Trello system. So let's set up the Kanban board for this project. And I will create a list, and the first one, let's say, to do. Kanban could call these different names. Sometimes it's called backlog, but the naming again is not very important. So I'm just going to create add list, click on add list, and I have a to-do list. And I can go on and create a list called in progress. And then I can go on and create a list of done. And let's say the fourth one, which is of course optional, it will be blocked. So now I have these 4 lists, and how this thing works, if I want to do something, I will put it into the to-do. And then when I'm working on it, I will move it from steps to steps to steps between the columns. And I will show you actually how that can be done. So let's create some to-do items because I want to see what I need to do. So I want to organize my home. Let's see what I need to do. So my first card, let's say, I want to organize my clothes in the storage room. So this is one card. If I hit enter, I can already create a new card. And let's go on. So let's say I want to organize my paintings in the storage room. So I will say organize paintings in the storage room. And now let's say I want to clean the kitchen, cupboard. So now that I have a couple of things on my to-do list, let's see what else can we do in this software. So if I click on the first one, you can see the card details. And it seems like a lot of things, but don't worry about it. Basically, there is 1 or 2 things which are important here. As you can see, I can click and edit the title of it, and I can add the detailed description. So organize my clothes in the storage room. Maybe I want to say, okay, time box this activity to 1 hour. Or I can say, okay, get rid of things which I don't wear anymore. And of course I can include as much details as I want here. And then I click on save, and here I have my description. So I can go on and just click outside in the gray area to close this card. Okay, so let's move on. I can open the next activity or card, and I can fill in the details. Maybe let's say organize paintings by size or color or whatever. And now I can again click on save. And as you can see, now I have 2 items with description, so I exactly know what I need to do. I very much recommend using SMART goals because those are very specific, so you exactly know what you need to do and you exactly know when you're done. Okay, as a next step, let's see how you can work in this system. So once I have to-do items and I start to work on one of them, I can just really drag and drop this card to the next one. It's very easy to do on the computer or on your phone. You just drag and drop or drag it. And now I can see that this activity is in progress, organizing my clothes in the storage room. So once I did the work and I'm finished, I can come back to the software and just again drag this thing to the done. So I can really see my progress and I can really see how many items I have in each of the lists. And once I'm done, I can stop for a moment, celebrate my success, and then I have a good overview of how many things I did and how many things are still left to do. Okay, so let's look at the last list, which is blocked. And this more often comes up when you're working with a team, but again, it can come up if you're working alone. So let's say I want to clean the kitchen with natural products, but maybe these products I cannot buy in my local shop, so I need to order them online. And of course, shipment will take at least a couple of days. So that means when I ordered these items, I can move this activity in the blocked section. And once I receive the items, the cleaning products, I can go on and move it to the to-do or already start working on it. And then I can just move it to the in-progress list. And once I am done, again, I can celebrate myself and feel good that I use natural products and my home feels good and nice and clean. I would like to show you 2 more simple things today, which are very, very useful for me. So let's say you want to set a deadline to this item. Organize things to recycle. So I click on it, and here I see due date. And once I click on it, I can set a date, and maybe I can set it to this Friday, and I can also set a specific time. Let's say 5 p.m. And you can also set a reminder to yourself. And maybe I can set it to 1 hour before. So 1 hour before the deadline, I will receive a notification, a reminder. So I can click on save, and here I can see the due date, which is 26th of June at 5 p.m. And now when I close it, so as you can see, there is also a deadline here shown. And if I click on it, I see the due date again here. And once I'm done with the activity, I simply just come in here and click this check mark, and now it's completed. So I did a good job. And as again, you can see it here in green that I managed to achieve and reach this goal in time. The last thing which I will show you today is to create checklists. So if you open a card, let's say I click on organize things to recycle, I can see checklist on the right side. And if I click on it, I can title my checklist. So I will say things to organize, and I click add. And now this is a checklist in here shown in the card view, which is called now things to organize. And I can add an item in here. So let's say I want to write a list of the things which I want to be organized, or rather, what are those things, categories which I want to see finally once my activity is done. So let's say I want to organize and collect my metals and glasses and PET bottles and maybe other plastic bottles. And then I can go on like papers and carton. If I don't want to add any more items, I can just close this and I can see my checklist in here. And now if I close this card, I can see that I did 0 of 6 of these items. So if I start to work on this project or this goal, I can really check a couple of these. Say, okay, I organized these things. So now I can see that 3 of the items in my list are done already, and I still have 3 to do. I can choose to hide the completed items. If I don't want to see them, I just click in here, and then I will only see what is left. And again, I can click in to show the checked items or completed items. So let's go on and close this card, and I can again here see my progress. 3 out of 6 is done. And once I checked all of them, I can of course move it to the done list. I hope you found this introduction useful. Please comment below if you have any questions about Trello or share your own experience. And as a last thing, I would like to share a couple of more examples. How am I using Trello? So the first and probably the most important way I'm using it is to create my daily planner. My daily planner board is based on the Getting Things Done system by David Allen. And I will show you this system in the future video. And I also have different boards for different projects which I have. So for example, I have a board called Content Development, which includes lists to develop videos and newsletters and articles. I have one for investments, I have one for creative projects, and so on. The tool is very simple to use, very flexible for all different kinds of projects. So I use it all the time. It's free to use, although it has some limitations. The paid version, of course, has more features, but I don't see the necessity for myself to use the paid version at the moment. Thank you so much for listening. Please hit the like button if you liked this video, or hit the dislike if you didn't like it, and please comment why. And as I always say, be present, love everyone, break the pattern. Ciao!